Hello, my loves. This is Malayla with Love and Light Starseed Tarot. Welcome. Today I'm going to do a reading for Sagittarius and their person. Hope everyone's doing well. These are timeless messages, so whenever you click on the reading, it's meant for you. This is for Sun, Moon, or Rising in Sagittarius. Angels, spirit guides, please show us. What is the overall energy between these two? Overall energy, please. Knight of Wands. The Empress and the Seven of Coins. Ace of Cups. Wow. So yeah, this person could have been inconsistent, in and out, hot and cold behavior, player-like vibes, but this person is thinking a lot at this point. They're contemplating. They're thinking about all their past mistakes, and they're thinking about what they're going to do for the future, because you are the Empress. You are loving, nurturing, kind, and you want a new start in love, whether it's with this person or a new love in general. But you are open to a new loving connection. What is your energy, please? Page of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, absolutely. I'm getting, you have all the answers that you want and need. You're becoming, the leader of your life. You're wanting to honor your instincts and intuition. Even if this is starting something new at, to make money, a new money move or a new career choice. But you are putting in the work. You are putting in the time and effort. You're being loyal to what you want. You have the power. What is their energy, please? The King of Cups. And the Ace of Swords. Yeah, this person is very sensitive at this time, very emotional. They're thinking about coming through with some clarity, some communication, some honesty. They know that is how, they're going to get through to you. Only with honest, clear communication. How do you see them? 10 of Wands. How do you see them? 6 of Cups. So yeah, they either need to put an end to a past connection, or they're putting down the heavy burden. This could be somebody that has children, or just a past connection in general, but this person has a lot of heavy weight that they carry, a lot of heavy burdens. How do they see you? The Star and the 3 of Swords. Yeah, they see that you're healing. You've healed your heart. You are rejuvenated and rebuilding from heartache, pain. How do you feel about them? The Sun and the Knight of Swords. Yeah, you're seeing this person definitely needs to heal. They have some abandonment wounds, runner tendencies that need to be healed in order to be more stable and live a more stable life. I'm getting this person runs when things get hard. How do they feel about you? How do they feel about you? 7 of Cups. And the 6 of Wands. Yeah, they feel that either way, you have lots of options. You can choose from any option that you want, and you're going to be successful and victorious either way. No matter what you choose to do in your life, you are victorious. You are moving towards your wins and your successes. You know, I'm getting that you're choosing gratitude over bitterness. You know, you are a precious treasure. And many people have their eye on you. People are drawn to you and your eminent energy. You're keeping the faith and you're having the confidence and courage now. You're here to show others the way. You know, I'm getting that you've outgrown places and people because you're different now, right? You've been prepared for your life's purpose. You passed the tests. Now you carry the torch. You have all the answers that you need in order to move towards these successes. What are your actions in the 3D? The Knight of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, you are moving towards love. You are bringing your cup of love, or, you know, you're wanting to bring, you know, romance and love to a new situation. You're leaving any past hurts in the past. You're leaving any negative mindsets, any lack of mentality in the past. You're moving clear away from that. What are their actions in the 3D? 6 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. Yeah, so this person is strategically planning for their future. They have a plan, but they are keeping it to themselves. They want to move off, you know, into brighter days, calmer waters. They want to ride off into the sunset with you, but they are being very strategic on how they're getting there. They're contemplating, planning. What are your messages towards them, please? What are your messages? King of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. Wow, we have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. But yeah, your messages are, you know, you're strong now. You're confident. You're sitting on your throne. You know, you're doing what you need to do in order to be grounded, stable. You know, could be wanting to communicate, you know, in a different way. You know, I'm getting that, you know, you're not wanting to be hard on yourself or compare yourself with others, right? Your journey is unique and special. You know that no two lives are supposed to be the same. Because if everyone was the same, then, you know, life would be very boring. And it would just be a bunch of copycats, right? You stand out from the crowd. You walk your own path. You do your own thing. Because it feels right. Because you're living your life's purpose and not anyone else's. You know, you can only control certain things in your life. You're not trying to control everything and everyone. You know that, you know, surrender is needed. Surrender will give you peace of mind and order in your life. You know, I'm getting that this person could be feeling, you know, anxious or just extra emotional, you know, and this person needs to, you know, stay calm and positive, have a positive outlook on life. What are their messages towards you? Chariot and the World. Yeah, their messages are they see you moving in a new direction. They see you heading towards the life and the world of your dreams. You know, you're creating what you want for your future. You know, they see that you're doing things that satisfy you. What is the outcome here? Temperance, Sagittarius, and the 8 of Wands. Yeah, I'm getting that there's going to be some communication coming in. You know, it possibly has been a long time, or, you know, you've had a lot of patience here, but I'm getting that there's forward movement. There's communication coming in. You know, I'm getting that you have a very rare energy. You know, you're here to break the patterns and the societal norms. And you know that you don't blend in with the rest of the crowd, right? And you don't mold yourself to fit in with the rest. You know, you're looking back and are so glad and blessed that you didn't stay stuck in a prison, right? You didn't stay stuck in past jobs or relationships that made you feel stifled and uncomfortable, right? They made you feel like that for a reason, because it wasn't for you. It wasn't your jive, right? You wanted to go down a new path. What is the advice, please? 8 of Cups and the 3 of Wands. Yeah, exactly. It's exactly what I'm getting. That you carved a new path for yourself. You paved the way. You walked away from what didn't serve you and where you didn't fit in and where you didn't belong. You know, I'm getting that, you know, also to, you know, wanting to ground yourself, get out into nature. You know, you might want to be cleaning or organizing more at this time, you know, trying to complete any unfinished projects that you have to do. You know, doing what makes you feel calm and good. Yeah. I'm going to get messages of love for this connection. Support. Lean on your inner circle at this time. Intuition. You already know the answer you seek. I'm also going to get a numerology card for amazing Sagittarius. See what message wants to come out, please. 1001, spiritual awakening, new beginnings, personal development, prioritizing creativity, and heading in the right direction. A new phase in a religious or spiritual quest. You're going through a spiritual awakening, which can feel like the dark night of the soul. You are on the path to enlightenment, and this too shall pass. If you agree with this comment, please type 1001 in the comment section. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.